Okay, guys, I just saw the Rise of Skywalker and I just did a review of it, so it's time to rank all 11 Star Wars films, worst to best, starting with 11th place. Least favorite Star Wars film, that's Phantom Menace. Okay, so the Phantom Menace for me, number one, I don't even know the story of it. Like, you kind of understand that they're trying to save Naboo, but not the good chunk of the middle, they're not even on Naboo. Boring. It's honestly really the last two films are the only Star Wars films that I think are genuinely bad. And that's The Phantom Menace, number 10, and that's Attack of the Clones. I think what both of these films suffer of, and just bad storyline, bad dialogue, and boring plots. They feel like just so little compared to what you could do. Stop. And I think that's just the truth of it. That just feels such little stories. And again, I said this time again, I think they make a misstep with Anakin having a lot younger and bickering, and you understand the problems with it, and I have most of the same problems that anybody does. So those are the 11th and 10th place. 11th, Phantom Menace. 10th, Attack of the Clones. 9th, or not 9th. Yeah, 9th. Now you get to certain films that I actually think are good. The rest I thought were bad. And the rest I think are pretty good. It goes from good to great, because it's a Star Wars. They're great films. But coming in 9th place is going to be Solo. Solo is a kind of a nice, niche, little story about Han Solo and the underworld and criminals. And again, it was a small scale story. But that's what it tried to be. Again, it didn't try to be amazing. It didn't try to be great. It just felt like a good, nice little story, and I thought I really liked it. But again, it was not. It wasn't fantastic. And then coming in 6th place, or 8th place is going to be Rogue One. I really like this one, but again, I really like the ending with Darth Vader and Princess Leia, just the whole final battle at Scarif. So I guess like the last 45 minutes, amazing. Because that's ultimately what the story of Rogue One is the last 45 minutes of getting the plans to Princess Leia, getting the plans, and ultimately getting them into R2-D2, ultimately starting Rogue One, not Rogue One, New Hope, again, ultimately getting the plans to Leia, ultimately stopping the Death Star. And I think I really like the last 45 minutes, because that's at the end of the day what it is the Rogue One story is ultimately the last 45 minutes. And so the first hour and 15 minutes, again, I can't really say that I really liked it, because it just set up, again, for the last 45 minutes, which was the Rogue One story, which was them, a giant battle of them getting the plans to Princess Leia, getting the plans to the Republic, or the Rebellion. And I think that's why it just really holds me off, as I usually, if I were to rewatch the film, I always skip to the 45-minute mark, or not 45 minutes, to the last 45 minutes. Obviously, there's moments in between the first hour and 15 minutes I really like, but ultimately, I feel like it really is a strong point. It's the last 45 minutes, but when it's strong, it's strong. It feels like a nice war film set in the Star Wars universe. I can really like this film, but again, I think when it's not always the best until you really get to that final battle. And then yeah, so that's what is it? That's 7th. 6th place is gonna be The Last Jedi. I know you probably hate The Last Jedi, hate on it, whatever you want to do. But no, I actually like this film. Not really like it, but I like it. I think it's good. I think I like the twists and turns with it. And I think they didn't. The big problem, I think they handled Luke when he's in exile, but I actually kind of like the twist that he was force projecting himself, because I think that I guess the concept of saving the day and sacrificing himself without ever having to kill anyone. that whole idea of self-sacrifice, but to help people and not to kill people. You don't have to kill to save people. I guess that whole idea, and that's what kind of Jedi most represent, is peaceful war heroes, and that's hard to do. But that's kind of a good symbolism of it. Is force projection. And that whole idea was fine. You know, I mean, it is Luke Skywalker ultimately. You know. But again, I see the whole idea with Luke wasn't the best. I really love the throne scene. I didn't care for Snoke dying. I don't think he was the best character. I don't care what the answers they give me, because again, I'm fine with them subverting my expectations. I'm not. That's not the problem. And I don't think that ever was the problem. I'm fine with that. But I think again, the problem I said with my Rise of Skywalker review about this film is that again, these characters are split up and going to different places, and that's a bad thing. But again, they don't feel. You don't really get invested with them because, again, they don't have good chemistry alone. They have good chemistry together, all the characters. And I like the whole Reylo aspects in this film. And so I think I really like I like The Last Jedi. Again, I'm torn with it as, like, there's elements I really like, elements I don't really like. But ultimately, I think I could really like this film. I really like this film. Thought it was good. Not great, but again, I think it was a good, nice little film. Not little film. Why would I say a little bit? But a nice, why is he little? A nice Star Wars film. A nice kind of film. Again, and so yeah, I have my problems with it, but overall, I actually like it a lot more than other people. I really, really do like this film. I found myself enjoying this film. Enjoying that film, sorry. Last Jedi. Top 5. In 5th place, Force Awakens. Force Awakens, I really love introducing these new characters. I really love seeing Han Solo again, and Chewie, and Leia, and it just felt like back to form for the Star Wars universe, seeing it in theaters. Because again, it really does feel like it takes you back to the 80s, takes you back to the late 70s. Because ultimately the prequels were, it did feel like they're different, I think. You know, I think they're very much don't feel like the original trilogy. This does feel because I think what I really liked about this film is also, I guess, the flaws of, like, it feels too similar to New Hope, but again, that's in many places that's where it thrives, is that it is really, really, really feels like Star Wars, and it doesn't lead heavily on nostalgia either. It's a good film and a good way to kick off the trilogy set in the Star Wars universe with with a nice dice of returning characters, a nice group of new characters as well that I thought was really nice. And again, a plot that that is similar to New Hope, but again, I guess the whole idea that Palpatine was ultimately, the strings in operating the plan, I guess makes sense that it would be close tied together. I guess the whole idea of bringing Palpatine back to connect all the trilogies together ultimately makes it worthwhile. Or not worthwhile. What did I say? Worth it. So yeah. Coming in. Wait. This is the top 6. Yeah, this is the top 6. Yeah, top 6. Sorry. This is the top 5. This is the top 5. Coming 5th place. I know I just said 5th place, but this is actually Rogue One is actually 6th place. Sorry, or not Rogue One. Force Awakens is actually in 6th place. 5th place is Revenge of the Sith. I think this is the only good prequels, and I thought I really liked. Again, similar to Rogue One, I really liked the last 45 minutes to an hour. Were really spectacular through and through, honestly. I think I also like the beginning sequence. I like another thing I like is kind of the non-stop moments of it. But again, it felt weird in the sense where it's like you go from this place to that place to this. But you go from fast-paced action to slow and then fast. But again, other than that, I really love this film. I love the Clone Wars TV series or show, whatever. But it just felt like that. It felt not like that. I really love the chemistry between Anakin and Obi-Wan, and I think you really feel the bond between them. So it actually is pretty emotional at the very end when they do duke it out. All thanks to this film. If this film prior to that didn't actually show their bond, it wouldn't be as good because again you didn't care for Obi-Wan and Anakin in the first two prequels, but here because they do a good job with handling their relationship, it really does work. And I love the turn to the dark side for Anakin. As you slowly see, it's not a fast process. You slowly see it build through this film, one way or another, to get to that point where he snaps. And I thought this really was a good film. I really like the turn to the dark side. I think this was what the prequels really should have focused on. But since this one did it, this one actually closed out the prequels really nicely. And then Obi-Wan is really good at it. I think even Anakin, even he was pretty good at it. I think I like the turn to the dark side of Anakin. That's ultimately what I really wanted from the prequels. You only really got that from again the last film. So I actually really liked it. I really liked it. So yeah, I guess I don't know if I'm alone on that. I feel like a lot of people like Revenge of the Sith as the best prequels. Coming in fourth place is Rise of Skywalker. Came out of this theater blown away. I thought it was really good film. Not really good film, but I really enjoyed it. I really thought it was entertaining. Really thought it was a good conclusion to the Skywalker saga. I like JJ's bold choices, his new choices. It really is ultimately a game changer to what we think of Star Wars now. But in a good way, they're changing what you think of it, but in a good way. Only making the Star Wars lore better. Only making the original trilogy better. In some ways, even the prequels better. Yeah. And I think it just really captured the magic of Star Wars once again. For me, what I enjoyed from Star Wars, I enjoyed it from this film too. But top three, you probably know what it was, and I'm just going to quickly go over. Third place, New Hope. Second place, Return of the Jedi. First place, Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back, I thought, was amazing. I thought that was always a flawless film. And same thing with all three of them. They all feel nice. And they all feel like a cool kind of cool story the way that they both all three films have a good start, a good middle, and a good end. And in their ending, they have ultimately it is 3 acts. It's the first act, New Hope, second act, Empire Strikes Back, and third act, Return of the Jedi. So it ultimately feels like a cohesive, probably 6.5 hours, a cohesive 6.5 hours, because each one's a little bit, every single one's only a pinch over 2 hours, so it's about, probably I'd say, maybe a little bit more than a 7-hour or 6.5 hour story between all three. But again, individually they have good stories. Individually they have a satisfying ending and a satisfying ending. I thought that was really, again, a good chunk of it. Is that all three of them are just such rich films. You really get to learn through these characters in A New Hope. And I think it starts out good. Again, the middle is super strong. Hence, it's number one. And number two, it's in second place is Return of the Jedi. So you should understand that. And again, I don't really want to go into detail why I love it, because you probably know why. I love it. It's Star Wars. It's the original trilogy. Why not? So yeah, that's my ranking. So in 11th place, Phantom Menace. 10th place, Attack of the Clones. 9th place, Solo. 8th place, Rogue One. 7th place, The Last Jedi. 6th place, Force Awakens. 5th place, Revenge of the Sith. 4th place, Rise of Skywalker. 4th place. 3rd place, New Hope. 2nd place, Return of the Jedi. And my favorite Star Wars film is Empire Strikes Back. Stay tuned for more videos coming at you.